We did have Raleigh Hall reserved and confirmed, but apparently whatever happened with the schedule got screwed up. So we're in classroom A5. Somebody making sure that people are going to get over here. My name is Dave Beauvais. I'm the president of Granada Hills South Neighborhood Council, and I want to welcome you all tonight. Anthony, I guess it's about, I got 6:42. First thing we normally do is pledge allegiance to the flag, and that is in the corner here. Going to give everyone an opportunity to get up. I'm going to ask our retired Marine, Eric Mansker, to lead us in the flag salute tonight. Eric?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. Just a few notes for those of you that may not have attended the meeting before. It's been a while since you have attended. There is food and refreshments over here. Expect quite so many people. I hope we don't run out of water too soon. We have a full agenda tonight, so we're going to move through as quickly as we can, but at the same time, we want everybody to be heard. So when we have a number of people here, either for the first time or for items that are not on the agenda, when I call for public comment, that is the time to introduce yourselves and talk about why you're here, why you're visiting. We have a number of funding items tonight. I know some of you were here for that. We also have a couple of other items to take care of towards after the funding items that deal with grievances that have been filed, and we'll deal with that towards the end of the meeting. No committee reports tonight. If as we're going through these items, we're going to try to call for public comment on each item. There's a number of items. If for some reason we forget to do that, please raise your hand if you have a comment on it. Okay? Don't be shy. Let us know that you want to comment on that item. Other comment is for public comment at the very start of the meeting, and we'll call for that pretty quickly. We have, I believe, a quorum, but I'm going to ask Anthony to call the roll, and we'll see who is here tonight.
Dave Beauvais.
I am here.
Brad Smith.
Here.
Anthony Matthews here. Brandon Schindleheim.
He will be here.
Jerry Askew.
Here.
Bonnie Burse.
Here.
Prisma Crawford Valeska.
She will be here.
Arthur Dausch.
Here.
Jeff Dunlap.
Excused.
Gina Greshner.
Here.
Bob Hudson.
Here.
Suraj Khurana. Sally Kolstad.
Here.
Joel Lyle.
Here.
Darren Lopez.
Here.
Dr. Bob Lusa.
Here.
Eric Manska.
Here.
Ross Termel.
Excused.
Daniel Wall. Cindy Wu Friedman. Debbie Wabben.
Here.
And Michael Carbos, a parliamentarian. Mr. President, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's quorum.
All right, we have a quorum then. Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Next item of business is approval of the minutes from the February 6th meeting of last month. Board members, you've all received the minutes already. Here's the attachment. Anyone need any additional time to review? All right, seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes. Moved by Mr. Mansker. Is there a second? Seconded by Bonnie Burke. Any discussion on approval of the minutes? Seeing none, we'll vote. All those
public
in favor?
comment on
Yes,
this?
sir.
It's an agenda item. I noticed on item number 11, under board issues and updates, you have the grievance filed by Mr. Koosman. That's me, for those of you who don't know. submitted on February 8th. That was actually submitted at the general meeting on February the 6th.
It was received in writing by us via email.
On the 6th, it was handed to the secretary after the meeting.
All right. After the meeting? After the meeting?
At the meeting, the grievance in writing was handed to the secretary.
All right, we'll make that, if that's true.
So
we'll
it's
make that.
February 6th.
All right, this is not the minutes, this is the agenda of today's meeting.
Yeah. All right, on the minutes. All those in favor of adopting the minutes as written signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining?
Oh, sorry, wrong thing.
Jerry Askew abstains.
Thanks very much, everyone.
And Debbie? All right. 2 abstentions. All right, now we get to the fun part. Public comment. I'm going to ask you, first, before we go into public comment, you've already heard all the board members, say aye. As you may know, we had our elections last Saturday, March 1st. We are going to talk about that in just a few minutes, but I do want to recognize 3 of our incoming board members who will be sworn in at the April meeting. And again, I think I mentioned this at the last meeting, but because today is day 5 of the certification period, we'll not be able to swear in the board tonight. That will happen at the regular April meeting. But I did ask those members who are incoming to attend tonight, and I'd like them to just stand and introduce themselves, starting with you, Mike.
Mike Benedetto, glad to be here.
Renee?
Renee Trinidad, member at large.
Granada, student director.
Thank you, and I'm really looking forward to new folks coming on the board. It's going to be a real challenge for the 3 of you and for the other 2 members who aren't here tonight. But I think you're going to enjoy your 2 years. All right, I'm going to ask for public comment now, and I'm going to start with this young lady right here. If you just give us your name, and if Anthony has a problem with it, he'll ask you to spell it.
Okay, my name is Andrea Reynolds.
Would you stand up, Andrew? Thank you.
Sorry. Nice to meet you. Since I get a little nervous with my large groups.
What's your name now?
Andrea Reynolds. And I'm here on behalf of Elmore Way Elementary, and I'm part of the PTA. And I'm here tonight to ask for a neighborhood purpose grant of $3,000 to continue our school's PE program. El Oro consists of about 500 students rated kindergarten through 5th. In the last 7 years, the PTA has paid for the PE program due to budget cuts. El Oro Way is in desperate need of this grant to continue our PE program. As you know, PTA works around the clock raising funds to support our non-funded programs, but it just hasn't been enough this year. Mr. Olivras is a credentialed, dedicated, and skilled PE teacher that is loved by all our students and staff of the school. We ask you for the funds to provide further instruction of our PE program that incorporates fair play, good sportsmanship, teamwork, respect, and health and wellness of our students. This is an important part of our school, and we need your help to retain it for the rest of the school year. I brought with me a completed application for a neighborhood purpose grant and one of our surplus. I hope that you can please consider this grant, and thank you.
Thank you. And Andrea, I just will comment that we've received a number of requests for grants in the last month or so. We are at our funding limit for this fiscal year, or the new fiscal year starts in July. So I'm going to ask you to, Brandon, our treasurer, will be here shortly. Drop that MPG off with him, and we will or whoever the new president is, hope we'll agendize that for a future meeting when we have more funds. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. Ernie Hilger.
Yeah, Ernie Hilger. I wanted to just mention something that was a point of information to share with you folks. The Department of Social Services, my wife was involved with foster youth very much. She's a college professor. She passed away in August, so I'm kind of involved with the foster youth situation. The county has a program where an individual or groups or organizations can fund college education, partial scholarships for foster youth. Rosalie's taught at the community college district, and she was keen on getting these students to go to a 4-year degree. So this is something available for the community, if you choose to, you can fund 15, whatever you wish to, towards a scholarship or a 4-year degree. I think it's very worthwhile because these students are lost in the bureaucratic shuffle. So, for the board's consideration, and if you wish, I can get the full documentation, whatever you might want to consider.
Thank you. John, you had introduce yourself.
Thank you, David. John Ciccarelli, the Granada Hills Business Improvement District. Just a quick announcement. We're very, very close to obtaining a final city project permit for the what we call the White Oak Parkways Initiative. And that's where we're planning to landscape and enhance with street benches and seating areas, the 4 parkways that come to the White Oak and Chapter Street intersection. And this is part of the, it's the latest edition of the overall overlay where we've put the palm trees in the medians and worked with the Rotary Foundation with the triangles. So very, very close. Dr. Bob and Bonnie are current stakeholders in the Business Improvement District. The Business Improvement District has been renewed twice. So to the credit of all the property owners in that area between Encino and Lindley, they voted now this will be their 3rd 5-year renewal. And we're coming upon our next one next year. So we're very close to getting the permit to start the project. There may be a little bit of some cost overruns because the city now is requiring some additions for public safety, what have you. And of course, we also have a wish list of having put a beautiful town clock at the White Oak and Chatsworth Street intersection. You know, like what you see in State Street, Santa Barbara, and a lot of communities. Because that was originally the major historic intersection right there at White Oak. And so we're excited about the project. We just want to make the request to make a presentation at your July meeting for any possible funding to help us to do some of the things that we'd like to do with that project. So appreciate the opportunity to make the announcement. And to you, Dave, congratulations for your tenure as chairman and president. You've done a wonderful job, and compliments to the board of directors and the new members. It's a standing neighborhood council. We appreciate the great job you all do.
Thank you. Appreciate the job you do, John, for the community. And for those that you don't know, John is the tenured professor of the Granada Hills Holiday Parade. In other words, he's really the chair and the guy that is behind the green curtain, with all the dials and switches. Who else? We had Shepherd of the Hills.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Debbie Forsall. I am Community Relations Coordinator for Shepherd of the Hills. I also live on White Oak, so I am a Granada Hills resident, so this is my neighborhood. But I had already talked to Dave requesting funds for the 4th of July celebration. As you guys are, I'm sure a lot of you have attended our 4th of July celebration. I understand that there's no funds available, so we'll come back at a later time and possibly talk about that. But thank you for having me. I look forward to the meeting.
How do you spell her last name, ma'am?
F-O-R-S-T-A-L-L.
There's a young lady I recognize. Please stand up.
Hi, my name is Becky Levesque, and I'm here on behalf of supporters of law enforcement in Devonshire. First, I would like to thank your neighborhood council tremendously for the donation that you made for the roll call room in the kitchen. And hopefully some of you were able to attend our thank you ceremony up at Devonshire Division. We are now, our next project, we are going to be redoing the Community Policing Center in Devonshire. Have many of you been there to see the trailer? And it's falling apart. It needs to be refurbished. The cost is about $40,000. We've already have donations, promises for about 15 to 20. So I hope in July I can come back and that perhaps you'll have a few dollars for our officers who provide safety for all of us. Also, I just want to comment on, I think one of the biggest things that we have with all of the neighborhood councils is Citrus Sundays, and I think, Dave, you were in it on the very beginning. I think we have an opportunity to feed people who don't normally get food, and I know I don't want to rain on your parade, but I also want to let you know that Solid, our pancake breakfast, is the day before. And one of the things we might like to do is to get solid. We get about 700-800 people from Granada Hills, Northridge, Porter Ranch. Everyone bring a bag of oranges or some type of citrus fruit that you grow in the yard. We'll have trucks there to take it to the shelter, so just put me on your list.
Okay,
Okay?
you're on, Becky.
And thank you.
We'll coordinate with you. That's great. I didn't realize it was the day before. We'll be able to coordinate.
We have to do that because it's perfect.
Yeah. Any other public comment on non-agendized items? Yes, sir.
I just wanted to say thank you very much. You guys donated to my robotics program at Valley Academy of Arts and Sciences, $1,000 last year. And with that money, we were able to compete in more than just the normal one competition. And our last competition, we actually won the best award possible. And we were able to get into the state championships, the California state championships, with that money that you guys so generously gave to us. So we're hoping to expand from this, and we're actually going to the state champs next weekend. We're one of 60 teams competing, and we're just looking to try and attain funding for future robotics events, and just try and reach more students in the community. Already a bunch of our we've obtained lots more students on campus, just a lot of enthusiasm for robotics and engineering, and so hopefully if we can get on the July, seems like there's lots of people that are going to be at that meeting, but if I can get on the July ballot, I'll have a full rundown of everything that we would love to help us out with.
Great. Would you give Anthony your name, spell your name for him? So
it's Anthony, M-I-L-A-N-E-S.
You're from Valley Academy, right?
Valley Academy, I've done experience.
Yeah.
Come on.
Where's the state championships?
It's in Santa Clara, California.
okay, great. Good luck to you.
Yeah.
And,
Thanks so much.
so, folks, you can see that we're going to have a bunch of funding requests come July and August, I'm sure. And that's fine. We want to, part of the idea this year was to get the neighborhood workers grants out and to get the funding completed, so that we weren't in April or May and going like, we got $5,000, the city's going to take it back, what do we do with it? We want this money to go out to the community in as many different ways as possible. All right, I'm going to, is there any other public comment? All right, don't see any. We are going to go to officers' reports. Brandon is handing out, this is Brandon Schimmelheim, our treasurer. He's handing out reports as we speak. I'm going to ask, Anthony, do you have any report?
No, only just to let everybody know that I've withdrawn my suggested that I might be on the board next year, so I will be on the board next year.
Thank you very much. All right,
You said
Brad,
you will be on the board?
I will.
Now you tell us. That's called courage, baby.
Brandon, do you have anything while you're passing out your paperwork?
$8,671.78.
Well, the next order of business is community speakers, but I do not see either Tanya.
I'm here.
Oh, where are you?
Right here.
Oh, there you are. Come on over and tell us what's going on at CD12. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the audience and not turning my head far enough. I can't miss Dario, but...
Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Tanya. I am a field representative for Councilmember Mitchell Englander. That's most people I kind of know. A few updates for you here. From the legislative side of City Council itself. Let's start with, I'm going to work a little backwards here. So, actually, let's start with Tuesday. So on Tuesday, the City Council did unanimously vote to ban the use of e-cigarettes everywhere that smoking is prohibited. So in essence, they're treating e-cigarettes like a traditional cigarette. So again, all public places where smoking is prohibited, so are e-cigarettes. Also, the council voted to support a bill 3676, which would prohibit the use of cell phones on commercial passenger flights. So it's something that the council basically just writes to the House, letting you know that the City Council is in support of this, hoping that it'll pass to ban these again, cell phone use on commercial passenger flights.
How can the city ban?
No, they're writing a letter of support.
Just like what we do.
Yes.
So recommendation.
Exactly, yes. And then on Wednesday, this was a little complicated, but let me do the gist of it. So Councilmember Englander wanted to urge the support for the U.S. Senate Bill 1813. It's sponsored by Senator Dianne Feinstein. And this is the Earthquake Affordability Act of 2013. The gist of it is it would, it establishes a program that would, I'm trying to kind of run through with my apologies, I have my notes together here. It establishes a program where it provides guarantees for debts issued on behalf of the state, like when there's catastrophic insurance claims. And it assists in the financial recovery from earthquakes and earthquake-related events. So in essence, it's just something that it would make it easier during major disasters, earthquake, buildings, infrastructure. It provides more funds for the recovery efforts that were to happen.
These are public structures.
Right now, let me give you right here. It is for homeowners. It's for non-federal investments. So basically, the feds already have their own funds. So if something happens, FEMA comes in, they provide funds, they recreate their assets as the federal government. So what they're asking is to pass this, make it easier for any entity outside of the federal government to recover in the event of an earthquake and major damages suffered from that. So, city, county infrastructure, and also for homeowners as well.
Where is the money coming from? How are they going to fund this?
New taxes.
Where is the pot?
This is here, let me see.
Of money. E-cigarette. Allocated.
So FEMA will be the one that will dispense the millions, estimated million, of course, in the event of that would occur, for disaster relief for homeowners. So but it's applicable to homeowners with earthquake insurance. So the repairs that they will back would have to be covered by the insurance.
What's the number?
No, it's because so an example I can kind of give is like in Katrina, when the floods came, what was happening was the insurers were either giving them piecemeal distributions, like here's $1,000, and then another week you're going to get another $1,000. Well, what's happening is, how are you going to, let's say your roof, came off the building, how are you going to pay somebody to rebuild your roof with, let's say it's 10 grand, and they're giving you $1,000 every month. So what this is that FEMA will back the insurance so that the insurance can give you the lump sum payment so that you can make those major repairs. Does that make sense?
And give us
Reinsurance.
give us a loan for the first 40,000.
Oh, yeah, so and that actually happened, I want to say in Northridge earthquake, that also happened, where the homeowners were not getting lump sums from insurance companies because they had so many claims coming in. What they're trying to do is kind of spread the pot around, like this is what little we have now. In a month we're going to have more money, but again, it's not realistic for homeowners to be making these major repairs if they're only getting $1,000 at a time.
Well,
So
what
it's
happens
basically
with homeowners that don't have insurance? A lot of us don't have earthquake insurance.
And that, it doesn't account for with this specific.
The people who need it don't get it.
Yeah, let's see.
To immediately give money that's guaranteed by the insurance.
Yeah. So this is specifically addressing for insurance holders. I know I don't know what the bill is called, but I know that there is another one that they're working on to address those type of issues. But this one just specifically addresses for people that are paying for the insurance already to make sure that you receive your full benefits when needed.
Next one is, okay. So, going back actually a few weeks ago, the City Council, in conjunction with fire departments, city planning, and building and safety, are right now looking into the feasibility of providing free smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors. There have been quite a few deaths recently, and actually there's already 11 year-to-date deaths that are fire department feels have been fully preventable. They had either operating smoke detectors. We've kind of seen them. Unfortunately, there was two deaths earlier this week. So fire department is going to come out with a huge campaign to really educate the public again on the importance of smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors. So we're seeing if it's possible for the city to provide us for free. They're looking into that right now. We don't know if again, because we don't know how feasible it is. We don't know if it's going to be a citywide program, if it's going to be, you have to qualify for it. But for sure, it's, relatively speaking, it's such a simple little device that can save lives.
You're talking about residential homes, because in complexes, it's going to be mandatory.
Yes, that's correct. Okay. So, and it's not just that, but what's happening in some of these situations, they're not permitted structures. And it's just a reality that we're going to have those. I mean, that's the reality of it, and we still have to make sure these people are safe. Again, that's why the fire department, along with city council, just wants to make sure that we have this out there, that people have that resource available to them. In addition, on LAFD note, fire department is going to go through some changes. One of the things that Councilmember Englander has really pushed for, which we're really happy that's going to be implemented, is called FireStat LA. And what this program does is it provides a real tangible metric system for the fire department to know how to dispatch the resources properly. And this model is actually mimicking that of Los Angeles Police Department. They have something called ComStat LA, which has been very successful for them. And so we're hoping that the same benefits with LAPD we are going to see with LAFD. And so Councilman Englander has been that's one of his little pet projects with fire department as chair of public safety. So we're really, really happy to see that that's moving forward. Fire department's working on that and seeing how they can restructurize around that. So that's actually a great thing. It's going to make it so that we more efficiently use our resources. They are limited right now. Our firemen staff has been reduced recently, or excuse me, not recently, but during the economic downturn, that was one of the departments that's hit. Councilman Englander, along with the city council, did approve restaffing of the fire department. So they will be looking into hiring, and there's some other stuff happening that they're kind of working through right now. But the city council and Councilman Englander are working with the department, along with the city attorney, city administrative office, to see how we can best address these issues. Two little events here. Well, this is not an event, but the city attorney's office is offering, it's like offering and asking if anybody wants to become a mediator for the dispute resolution program. It's a 40-hour basic mediation training. It's free, and they say that similar training would cost about over $1,000. The dates are March 24th to the 28th. And it's from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. But in addition to the training, participants will be expected to complete 160 hours of supervised case handling and at least one supervised mediation. So it is a commitment, but if anyone is available, the city attorney is staffing up right now on neighborhood prosecutors, and I don't know if anyone's familiar with what. Yeah, so the neighborhood prosecutor program assigns a prosecutor